Hey there again, this is me. So, I wanted to give you a little update on what happened today. This is the third day of the operation Amud Anan in Israel. It's actually 1:30 a.m., but I can't fall asleep because we basically sit at home all day and there's no school, so you actually don't do anything and it's very frustrating running to the shelters and coming back, so you just stay awake. What happened today and last night was rockets that the Hamas call M75 and M76 actually reached the very center of Israel. The capital, Jerusalem, and one of the very major cities in Israel called Tel Aviv were both hit by rockets. Now, we never thought that it would get so far, but it did. So if we go back to our little map, I'll show you where it is. Okay, right here. So this is the capital, Jerusalem. See right here. Now this is the Gaza Strip. So look at the distance. This is very, very far. And in the same line over here, there's Tel Aviv and Rishon LeZion. They're both areas that were hit by rockets. Luckily, no one got hurt, but this is not a reason to be less careful. The IDF keeps on telling us to always run to the shelters. It doesn't matter if we have the Iron Dome or not, we just run to the shelter every time, because there are still parts of the rockets that are falling down to the ground, so that could be very dangerous if it hit you. What else happened today? The IDF attacked 620, the Air Force actually attacked 620 targets on the Gaza Strip. 12 terrorists were killed, including Jabari, who was killed in the beginning of the operation, and today including Ahmed Abu Jalal, which is again one of the very, very let's say high or like important people in the organization Hamas, and a guy called Khaled Shal. He is responsible for all of the Hamas rockets against tanks. It's called the Nuntet in Hebrew, Neged Tankim. What else happened? Yeah, well, basically, what we feel now is that including all of the rockets that are bombed into our cities, including that, the army is recruiting more and more soldiers. And right now they're recruiting on up to 75,000 soldiers, which is huge. And it means that if necessary, and we really, really hope that it won't get that, but if it will be necessary, our army is prepared to turn this operation from an air operation to an air-land one, which means there will be a ground action and ground forces will actually join the combat, which is not a good thing. It's not a good thing at all. This is actually awful because these are our soldiers. They are 18 and 19 and 21 years old. Of course, some of them are older, but still, most of them are very, very young. They just finished high school. And of course, they're being trained in what I think one of the best training programs in the world. But still, it's my friends and my family. And it's quite frustrating to know that it might happen and someone might get hurt. It's no fun at all. Let's do a little bit statistics, for example. So like I said, the IDF and the Air Force attacked 620 targets, which are basically ammunition depots and Pajar rockets, the one who can shoot very far all the way up to Israel, and mostly just ammunitions and the launchers of the missiles into Israel. More than 650 rockets were shot into Israel, and the Iron Dome prevented the landing of over 200 of them, which means we are basically left with still 400 rockets actually landing on Israeli land. So this is a huge number, 400 rockets in 3 days. It's enormous, it's amazing. It's impossible. I have no idea. What are we gonna do? But since we are so strong and we actually lived like this for 13 years, so I'm guessing we will know what to do next time we hear the siren. We will run. 12 terrorists died in the IDF attacks, like I said, and once again, we are blessing these because I'll tell you what Hamas said earlier this day. He said no Israeli would live safely on his land. We have more surprises coming, and I'm quoting. So, more surprises, that doesn't sound very good. Now, let me just tell you what it means, rockets in the center of Israel. Basically, Jerusalem and Tel Aviv, mostly Tel Aviv, they hadn't seen a rocket in their landing in 20 years, since what's called Milchemet HaMifratz. And it was a war that happened here 20 years ago. So this is very new to them. We lived like this, the south of Israel, we lived like this for 13 years, but they don't know it. So it caused a lot of panic. It's basically as if a rocket fell in Manhattan. It is not good. It got very stressful for some of the people over there, and of course, thank God no one was hurt, but we don't know what happens next. So, yeah, that was the third day of the Operation Amud Anan in Israel. And this is me, Azran from Ashkelon, and I'm gonna tell you guys good night. And hopefully a safe and a quiet night, because I'm tired of getting into the shelter all the time. So, I wish you all a nice and quiet night, and I hope we can sleep without the siren waking us up. Like this morning, it was not nice. We didn't have much sleep. So, bye bye, and once again, if you have a comment or anything, just leave it down there. I also put up some links that you can actually see what's going on in here and some projects that were made up, so please go down there in the info, enter that, and thank you so much for listening.